To the atheists and agnostics, I have a genuine question for you, and I'd like for you to hear me out. What's stopping you?
What's stopping you from giving Jesus a chance? That is what he was going to ask us. And I encourage you to go watch the rest of his video. He gives a very heartfelt testimony about his life and his experience, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And I want to preface this video and this response by saying nothing I say here is trying to take that away from him or anybody else. If he or you have found yourself in a better place because of any religion, whatever it is, that is a objectively good and beautiful thing, and I am very happy for you. However, it is time somebody tells you and anybody else who might be watching from your perspective that not everybody is going to have that experience. There's over 8 billion people in the world. Not everybody's going to feel the same way or experience things the same way, and that's fine. So one of the best things you can do for any perspective, really, this isn't even just going for Christians or anyone in any specific subgroup, stop assuming your experience is universal. Like, it's just not. Okay? But your experience is genuinely yours. And as long as you do nothing to hurt others and you're finding fulfillment in something, regardless of how I or anybody feels about it, that is a beautiful thing. Now to get to the question at hand, why? Why not give Jesus a shot? And it's super easy to show you just how disingenuous this question is. And it's not to say that the person asking it was disingenuous. I genuinely feel he was trying to get a response, a good faith response. It's just the question by its nature is disingenuous. And let me show you why. All you have to do is change up one word, ask it back, and see how they react to the question. For instance, hey, how come you don't ever just give Zeus a chance? Or what about Buddha, or Allah, or Shiva, or Odin, or any of the other countless deities that are said to exist and be believed in? And now think about how silly you think the proposition is from your point of view. And all you have to do is add one more deity character to the roster, and that's how atheists feel about all of it. You just have to take away one more belief in one more deity. That's just how the atheists feel about it pretty much all the time. This question also ignores the fact that many atheists, if not most common day atheists, at least in the Western Hemisphere, have given Jesus a chance, and Jesus failed. They're not even Jesus, because Jesus, weirdly enough, has become even more appreciated of a character in my life since I left the church and stopped letting myself be told what the Bible was allowed to say and read it the way that the author intended it to be written, at least read at least as best as we can today. I got marble mouth, I'm sorry. And it wasn't even Jesus in particular, because the character of Jesus, the one who said the power of forgiveness is within us, the people, the Son of Man, that authority should not be followed just because it's authority, but only when it's actually working for the good of the people they represent. When rules aren't meant to be followed if it acts as a detriment for mankind to follow them, like when they were hungry and they worked on the Sabbath to pull food and eat. You weren't supposed to do that. He broke the rules. I love all that stuff. But I was only able to love all that stuff after I left a society that told me what the Bible was allowed to say. And instead, now I get to enjoy it as it's written, and it's so much better and so much easier to understand when you take it as the mythos that it is. But that's just my perspective. I feel like I'm trailing off here on a side tangent that was not meant for this video. So let's get back on topic. At the end of the day, a lot of atheists abandon the concept of Christianity because what it has become in the Western Hemisphere, we just don't need. It does not hold up under rational scrutiny. It doesn't hold up under a real interrogation of biases, of conscious and understanding moral equity. And that's why a lot of us not just left, but advocate against what is ultimately just Christian nationalism masquerading as religion because it wants control. When you see us combating Christianity, that's usually the angle of it. Or it's some Reddit r/atheist type who can be ignored anyway. They're just hateful people as well, so we can just ignore those guys. To the creator, Samson, who asked this question, to anybody who stumbled upon my little corner of the internet and got my answer and my perspective, I hope you guys have a great day. Much love. Thank you for opening the conversation and being chill. And I'm looking forward to the next one. See you guys.